Alright, it took me a while to get to watching this pay-per-view. I mean, it's like 4 hours long. I got other things to do in my life. So these, pay-per-views sometimes are going to take me a little while to watch once you request them. But I'm here with Wrestlemania 17. On the last day I said I would do it too. I said, I believe I posted on my calendar Friday to Thursday, which is today. I would do the review within that 6 day span. So last day, but I'm still getting it in. And for WrestleMania 19, I got that requested. It just depends, how much free time I got and what I decide to do with my free time. Do I feel like watching wrestling, which I'm already watching like hours per week, or do I feel like doing other shit, So I can't just be watching wrestling all week. I gotta do other shit. So it might take me a couple weeks to get to that, but I'll get to it eventually. So for this show, we got, and by the way, these WrestleMania shows and all these old school shows, I didn't watch back then, guys. So I'm only going off basically the wrestling ability or the wrestling quality in the shows, because I don't know the fucking storylines. I didn't watch, the shows before that. So, a lot like with the Daniel Bryan match at WrestleMania, the match wasn't that good, but him winning, the match just made it, pretty epic. So, like these storylines, I don't know them that good, so I don't really incorporate them into my reviews. So, just wanted to let you know that, because maybe I don't think I mentioned that in my WrestleMania 14 review. So it's hard for me to, like relate these matches to the storylines they were in, because I didn't watch, Raws. I didn't watch the fucking product back then. So to start off this show, WrestleMania 17, I think it was in Houston. Jericho defeated William Regal. Pretty good match here. Good technical match. A lot of not like a lot of power moves. It was more technical, and I enjoyed it. It was a good match here. Jericho wins on a lion salt, which is, I don't know if he used it as his finisher back then, or if he used the code breaker, but I found that a little bit odd. I'm pretty sure he used the code breaker back then even, but yeah, but a good match here. William Regal's a good wrestler, and Jericho is too. If you watched, Regal, they both still have it today. That's the, ironic thing. They both can go out there and wrestle great matches. Regal just had a great match with Cesaro on NXT a few months back. And as we all know, Jericho was wrestling good too when he came back recently. So, both these guys can still go out there and wrestle great matches. And this was, 13 years ago? So it's pretty amazing that these two guys are still here. Then we get the Acolytes and Taz defeating Right to Censor. I remember this match being like not that long, maybe like a little bit, a little bit over 5 minutes, maybe like 7 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. But it was fast paced, and it was a pretty good match here. There was just no slow moments during it. It's pretty fast paced and pretty good. I can't complain that much. There was no slow spots. There was always action. It wasn't long, but it was entertaining. I guess quality over quantity. And then we get Kane defeating Raven in the Big Show for the Hardcore Championship. A good match here. They were going all over the ring. Pretty good match. Like this shit you never see in fucking nowadays. Like the whole fucking time they were out, outside the ring, going all over the place using a bunch of weird things, and I enjoyed it. And a good ending too with Big Show. I believe he choke slammed somebody or something, like threw somebody into something. These matches I didn't sit down and watch the whole show for 4 hours. Like this match I watched like a couple weeks ago, so it's hard to remember every single detail. I remember something with Big Show, like choke slamming somebody like off the stage or something. I remember he did something to somebody on the stage, and it was pretty entertaining. Good ending. But yeah, this match was good. Had some nice hardcore moments. Not, you know, like, oh my god, you know, like very extreme or anything, but you know, it was pretty good. Then we get Eddie Guerrero defeating Test for the European title. It was okay at best. Nothing special here. A lot of interference in this match too, but you know, okay match I guess at best. Then we get Angle defeating Benoit. Not a great match here, but it was pretty good. It was a good match. Just felt like they didn't give him enough time. I mean, they had about 15 minutes. It would have been better if it was 25 minute match. But, you know, they started off good. I like how they started off. Like, it was more of a, you know, college wrestling, you know, you see on the TV. And I liked it. Then it got more physical, more and more, you know, like WWE style wrestling. And then it just ended with, I think I got the ending written down. Yeah, roll up by Angle. And just pretty, you know, anticlimactic finish there. I thought they could have done more shit during the match. It was still a good match, but just didn't feel like it was great. They didn't give it enough time. You know, it could have been a lot better, I think. But you know, Angle and Benoit are two you know, great wrestlers, but just thought they deserved a little bit more time here. Then we get China defeating Ivory. Pretty boring here. Only about, you know, 5 minute match here. And yeah, just not that entertaining. I mean, usually in the Attitude Era, the wrestling's not that good, or even in nowadays, when the wrestling's not that good, a lot of times you could fall back on the looks of the divas, you know. But you know, even nowadays, a lot of divas are fucking covered up. You know, some of them are ugly, like Tamina. But like in the Attitude Era, a lot of them were hot. You know, wearing, you know, little clothing. But in this match, Ivory's not hot at all. She's ugly. Not as ugly as Tamina though, but not as ugly as Tamina. But in China's, you know, not that attractive either. So, pretty bad match here between two pretty ugly girls. Then we get Shane McMahon defeating his father, Vince McMahon. A good match here. A couple nice hardcore moments. You know, they had Linda out there too. You know, they were like, oh, she's on drugs and, you know, she's not gonna do any, you know, she's not active, she can't do anything, like she's messed up in the head. They had her in a wheelchair and she wasn't doing anything. Also, Mick Foley was the guest referee. Also, Trish Stratus turned on Vince too. That was a pretty cool moment. And then to end the match, you got, oh, I think Shane did the coast to coast too during this match, which was pretty cool. But you know, you had Linda sitting in the corner. Vince brought her in the ring, and then she got up and I think she did a low blow to Vince, which was a pretty cool moment. So yeah, all in all, you know, a couple good moments here in the match. Some nice hardcore moments, and it was, you know, a good match here, enjoyable match. Then we get Edge and Christian defeating the Dudleys and the Hardys. Great match here. Holy shit, was this a great fucking match. Table spots, you know. With also you had the classic moment where Edge speared Jeff Hardy when, you know, from the ladder. And just a bunch of good table spots and hardcore spots. And women too. You had Lita coming in there. Boom! Chair shot to Spike Dudley. Fucking murdered him. You know, the chair, you could see it like bending over his head. You know, it looked brutal. And then she fucking takes off her shirt. And she's got the bra on. It's pretty fucking sexy. Then she gets fucking the 3D by the Dudleys. And it's crazy, you know. It's pretty cool, you know. I'm enjoying it. Attitude Era, that's what it's all about. Women, you know, extreme. You know, nothing you get now. You know, that's nice about, you know, watching this. Get some nice hot girls like Lita, you know, fucking stripping. Then you get her, you know, women getting attacked by men, you know. That's real fucking entertainment there. Not fucking Santino fucking doing the fucking trumpet or the fucking sock puppet. You know, what the fuck is that? This is real entertainment here. And you know, real entertainment, you know, going through fucking tables, putting their bodies on the line. Fucking awesome. Fucking awesome match here. In the Hardys, wasn't it no, Edge and Christian, right? Yeah, they win. So, you know, great fucking match here. Then you get the gimmick battle royal. Fucking not good at all. You know, they had the Iron Sheik win. I mean, he couldn't even fucking move, really. I mean, no point in having him in the fucking match. You don't need him getting fucking hurt. I mean, he could barely fucking move. It was ridiculous, you know. And, you know, I didn't enjoy it. You know, it was pretty boring. You know, they brought back Mean Gene Okerlund and Heenan to do commentary. Was it Heenan? I think it was Heenan. But just why his Sheik was like not even doing anything, because he couldn't physically do anything, and then at the end he just, you know, throws the last guy over the rope and it looks fake as hell. So not a good match here. Then you get Triple H defeating, or Undertaker defeating Triple H. Decent match here. Didn't think it was too good. You know, they went into the crowd, which was pretty good. You know, the part I didn't like about it was like Undertaker choke slams Triple H, you know, off this rail. It was like 10 feet down, and, you know, and it was like, oh, holy shit. And then you could tell like the area is like very much padded, so it looked fake, you know. And you know, I liked how they went into the crowd though, you know. They used a sledgehammer a little bit. So it wasn't like horrible, you know, that added to the match. But, you know, I felt there wasn't that many good spots in here, you know. But it was still decent, maybe even good. But it definitely wasn't great, you know. But, you know, it's a pretty good match here. Then at the main event, you get Austin defeating The Rock, which was a, you know, really good match here. You know, again, I'm going off of fucking wrestling ability. I'm sure, you know, if you watch the build up to this, it would be an awesome fucking match. But, you know, to me, this is a really good match here. He had fucking blood. Again, you know, on their, holy shit, their fucking faces were fucking covered in blood. Great visuals. I mean, you had The Rock, you know, or the Steve Austin putting The Rock in the sharpshooter, and, you know, you could just see him, like, you know, screaming, ah, and the blood is just fucking, you know, in his mouth, and it just looks great. A great visual, you know. Then you have Steve Austin winning at the end. His face is all bloody. And, you know, again, something you don't get in the Attitude Era, or the PG era. You don't get fucking blood, you know. Yeah, you get it like once in a great while, but you very rarely get it, you know. Again, this is real fucking entertainment. People putting their bodies on the line for our fucking entertainments, taking fucking risks, you know, cherry shots to the fucking head. People are like, oh, I don't advocate, you know, I don't like cherry shots to the head, it's too brutal. Well, you know, I'm not a guy that goes out there and says, oh, cherry shot to the head every match. But in moderation, it's fine. If they're willing to do it, that's the one thing. If they're willing to fucking do it, then I don't have a fucking problem with it. If they're willing to take a chair shot off the head, that's their personal choice. And, you know, nobody could tell them what to do. You know, if they want to do it, let them do it. You know, fucking personal freedom. It's freedom. You know, and if they want to do it every fucking match, let them fucking do it. You know, they know the consequences, that it could fucking mess your head up. And that's the other thing. As long as you got fucking doctors, you fucking, you know, make sure you're okay, then I think it's good. But anyway, the match was pretty brutal. Had some nice chair shots. Had some nice, you know, moments here. Vince McMahon helps Austin win, which I thought was a fucking awesome ending. You know, so yeah, pretty good match here. Really, not pretty good, really good match here. You know, with the fucking blood, made me feel like it was the Attitude Era, and it was. But you know, now it's fucking PG era. So show was pretty good. Very good show here. Enjoyed it. You know, maybe even a great show. So there you go, WrestleMania 17 review.